Oh yeah, where was we? We need to make... We're heading towards... well, that's what's easier. Finally has assumed my brother's identity. That's not weird. I have to go to the Queen Catherine and hope that the mission she entrusts me with will be within my competence. Damn right it will. So we're gonna make some jam. So to get in her good graces. So I remember that I missed something here. This here, the squash. This is where the apples were. I always miss the squash. We need it to make jam. And I'm an idiot and I always forget it's there. So let's make some jam, shall we? So recipe for jam is here. We need fruits, 3 sugars, cinnamon and ginger, and done. Roughly how you make jam. So you need apples. Oops. Apples and the squash. Just throw it all in. Don't worry about it. This is the sugar. 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then we need some cinnamon and ginger, which is here. And then we need to chuck some wood on the fire. Boop! We'll leave and come back. Would that speed it up? No. Now you just have to wait until it's finished cooking. It's cooking real time, so we'll be here for like the next 7 hours. Now it's jam. The containers and boop. I think we get 2 of them. We get 2. Looks like cream, doesn't it? It should be like a bright color, but it looks like beeswax or honey. Why have I got a pail for? Let's throw that away.
I could still need it.
Okay. At least the game doesn't let you throw shit away. I did organize my my inventory just before I started recording again. So we need to make some bread.
This system is really practical for kneading without getting too tired. But that's on the condition when I have a chance, I'll go to the forge.
Oh, and didn't go to the forge. Oh shit, I threw that piece away. Oh. Bowl bags. Oh.
The earth hasn't shaken like that in a long time. This isn't a good omen.
Probably means that the volcano in the distance is gonna... I think that's supposed to be a volcano, is it? I don't know where this is set. It probably says somewhere at the start of the game and I just didn't even bother looking. So we can pick up some garlic. So I always like to pick up 3 of everything. I don't know why. 3 seems to be what you need most of the time anyway, so... There's garlic there. There's also... this here. Alloy. Pick 3 of them. And then there's this, which is... Orus. 3 of them. I don't know if we're ever going to use this, but meh. There's also this here. Fenugreek. Is it fenugreek? Yeah. And anything else? No. So now we've picked everything up.
What is it?
Hello, Smith. It's 𝘱𝘐𝘮𝘮 de Nostradamus. I need to repair a part from my mother's bread kneading machine. May I use your forge?
Of course, young man. But you'll have to manage on your own. Since the plague struck our village, I prefer staying away from everybody.
That's a wise decision.
Yes, but we'll soon be wanting for food. When you finished repairing the bread kneading machine, I wouldn't say no to a little bread. My wife and children have empty bellies.
No problem.
And this guy would shit his pants if he knew a woman was using his forge, wouldn't he? What a prick. As if this guy's locked himself in with no food. Why don't you just go to the shop, mate? This is what we need. We're making a spare part for the bread making machine. We need to do this and this. Snippy
Perfect.
snip.
I just have to cool the metal and it'll be finished.
Yeah. Simples. Almost like I've done this before. I'm gonna click the part in. Yeah. Nice. That's a bloody big a big tub for bread. Like, how much bread are you making? So we're making bread, which is the recipe's here. 2 flour, water, salt, yeast. So flour's here. 2 flour. Water's in inventory, so it's here. Water, yeast, and salt. I think that was right.
I have to let it rest now.
Yeah, I've got to let it rest. Over there, we'll stoke the fire. Come on, dough. Okay. These cook in real time as well. They'll change color. It kind of like on when you did if you played the Cleopatra game by Copus, it was the same as that. When you're cooking clay dolls or pots or something. Go. All that for 2 fucking buns. Seems like a lot of bloody dough for just 2 like fucking cobs, basically. I think that's it. There's nothing else to do now but move forward. So we'll go back to the blacksmith and leave them some food because I think it gives us these points. Bungling an action can make you lose points. These points is stupid. This is basically a way to show, oh, look how good I did. I mean, they do absolutely nothing for the story. Not that I know of, anyway. So it's 45. If I put some bread. It didn't even go up, so I didn't even need to put bread there. You can't put jam there either, so it's just like it gets one piece of bread. See?
He has what he needs for the time being.
Hope your family survives on 1 tiny bit of bread. Anyway. I do miss having a gallows in the next to the castle. You know, nothing like a public hanging, I guess. That's fucking morbid as fuck, that is. As if. Oh, the swallow root there. Oh, fuck it. Have some of that. I really don't remember what you do with all this crap, but it looks identical. It's just a lighter colour. Wow. There's some more clay here if you need it. Don't know why the clay's here for. I'm trying to think if you'd ever need to use it. I don't think you would. You'd never in a castle. Very nice castle. We can't go anywhere but to the Queen, so let's just stuck to this woman who puts on a fake accent. There's nowhere now the woman who did this voice is anywhere remotely from. Hello. Yeah, the woman who does Queen Catherine's voice. Yeah, she's not very posh. Trust me. As a British person, I know what a posh person sounds like, and she's not posh. Not in the sense that she should be. I don't even know if Queen Catherine, like, I was assuming that this was I don't know. It's weird that she's.
You may enter.
Ugh.
Your Majesty.
𝘱𝘠 de Notre Dame.
It's
I am
Cesare.
delighted to meet you. Your father must esteem you highly to send you to me. He must have explained to you how difficult I am to satisfy.
Well, that's your husband's problem, not mine, darling.
Indeed. But one can hardly be demanding with others if one is not the same with oneself.
Very good. So you know what to expect. According to Chavigny, your father is the author of this quatrain. Yet, when I spoke to him of it, he didn't seem to remember. It would seem that these verses are becoming reality. I need to know how this story will turn out, and if misfortune can be avoided. A scribe has traveled from Moulins with me. He has noted all the tragic events that have occurred in recent days. He has the order to transmit to you any information you consider useful. He's waiting for you, next door.
Very well, Your Majesty. I shall do my best to solve this mystery.
I don't doubt it, 𝘱𝘐𝑒zar. You may leave now.
I almost forgot. It's for you. My father's idea.
Have some jam.
He hasn't forgotten what a sweet tooth I have. Thank him for thinking of it, and thank you for preparing it. Go now. You have much to do.
I don't know if giving a jam really gives a little bit of points. What's this? What is this? Oh, this is the quatrain. I can't really read that text. Morning on the court shall fall, when 12 times catastrophe has toiled. One by one in their tombs they lie deplored, soon joined by whom the queen adored. That text is super blurry. Not blurry, it's like it just looks weird. This text is the same. I guess this is what happens when you play a game that's not been native to widescreen. And you have to set it on like a really crappy CRT monitor. Oh, those were the days. Right, see you, Queenie. So this next part's quite dialogue heavy, so yeah, prepare yourself.
𝘱𝑒zar? You're really him?
To be sure.
I thought you'd be older. I'm surprised.
Don't worry. My father wouldn't have sent me in his place if he hadn't thought I was up to the task.
I didn't mean to offend you, sir. Your youth does you honor. Her Majesty asked me to give you this. These are the notes I took concerning the strange events of the last few days.
It's weird that they've gone to this guy like he's fucking Sherlock Holmes. You know? Yeah, solve this murder for us. Wait, what?
Can you give me a brief summary of what happened?
Of course. On March 20th, the chambermaid of Princess Marguerite was found dead. The circumstances were suspicious. The next day, it was young Henry of Navarre's tutor. We all know that one misfortune leads to another, and that our Lord certainly has his reasons for calling his children back to him. But when, over the following 2 days, a lady companion of Her Majesty Catherine de Medicis, as well as the personal chef of King Charles IX, died in turn, the Queen Mother convened 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝑦 de Chavigny to ask his advice. That is how she came to learn of the quatrain written by your father, and decided to leave Moulins and the court to consult him.
Weird that the queen went herself and did just order him to appear before her.
Did you notice any particular connection among the deceased?
They all belonged to the retinue of the royal family, and therefore must have known each other. But beyond that, I don't see anything special permitting to establish a connection among them. But perhaps you will find helpful details in my notes. You know, I do not spend much time in the company of my fellow men, so sometimes I have a hard time understanding them.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
Since your arrival, have there been any new incidents?
Unfortunately, yes. Yesterday, Her Majesty's coachman, and this morning, the castle librarian.
You mean the latest victim is not part of the royal retinue?
It's true. I hadn't thought of that. But it's probably not very significant. The curse is following Her Majesty. There are but 4 deaths left, my young friend, before evil strikes the royal family itself. Let us hope you can thwart the plans of the devil, with the help of God.
Huh. Okay. Not crazy.
Could I see the bodies of the coachman and of the librarian, and also the places where they found them?
The librarian, Philibert, was found in the scriptorium, but I had him carried to the chapel to prepare him for burial. So start by visiting the library. It's just at the bottom of the stairway. You'll see that the accident that killed him caused a great deal of damage.
And the coachman?
He has already been buried. What with fear of the plague, bodies have to be got rid of quickly.
I understand. Thank you for your assistance. Did you know the librarian?
Only slightly. We exchanged a few words, but nothing important. I only know that he'd been here just 10 days or so, and had a lot of work. The Archdiocese has many precious works, but till now, nothing had been done to classify them properly.
Okay, thanks, chap. What is this? Oh, these are the people who died. Mary Gavin? I don't know. She was chambermaid of Marguerite, or Margaret. We're playing Elden Ring recently, and Margaret's kind of made me chuckle. You need your quill, and you can just start marking this shit down. One. All the zodiac signs.
Without the birth date, it's impossible to determine the astrological sign.
Okay then.
The zodiac isn't complete, yet the astrological signs of the victims seem to follow in order.
Copeland was found dead in his bed. Birth date is unknown. Queen's apothecary. Well, they all died the same year. Creepy. Head of the royal guard. Died in a tavern brawl from a dagger wound to the heart. Following severe abdominal pains. A head injury when run over by a wagon. Holy shit. That's horrible. Hanged in his bedroom? These shitballs. What would he... Surely these people are being murdered. Died of drowning. So she was pushed in front of a wagon. This poor dude was hung. Some bastard drowned this poor lady. This guy was probably poisoned, seeing as he had severe abdominal pains. Murdered with a dagger. Don't know how this dude died, but he just died. The apothecary. Found dead in bed. Maybe suffocated. Maybe someone pillowed his ass. Who knows? It's still a bit laggy. Whoa. Just make you do a bit of a chunder. Yeah. So that's our victims, anyone. Now we need to head to the library.
That must be where the librarian's body was found. There might be something important to discover.
So this part of the game is really shit. I say shit. I say more frustrating because you have to use your magnifying glass and find points of interest, and they're stupidly difficult to find. Like, the game doesn't tell you if you can like move on. Like if you look in here, it will tell you like the librarian was found dead this morning. I have to inspect the scene of the crime and the body of the poor man. You can't inspect the body until you like get all of the correct points of interest. This is basically what we're looking at. This map is where we are now. So judging from this map, which I never realized until just now, is there's a pool of blood here, and as you can see, it's not a pool of blood here. You can't really see it. So first of all, before we do anything else, we need to move this bookshelf. So you can't pick it up because you're not the Incredible Hulk. So if you use the rope and you attach it onto here, gotta make sure it's on this and not on this. See the cogs? Cog means you can interact with like merging. This means you can pick it up. You don't want to pick up the perch. You want to equip the rope and then pick up the perch and then equip it to. Oh, wait a minute! No. Take that down first, and then we can go rope onto here. This is like very convenient, like rings on the roof. It's almost like somebody wanted this bookshelf to kill this poor bloke. So we can pull the rope down, but it's not tied up. So you got to click on the rope. It's nice and tight, and then you got to pull it down. And then I think you have to double click.
Now,
Yeah.
that's better. At last I'll be able to examine up close the place where that poor Philibert died.
Yeah, double click on this here and it ties. If it doesn't, it just falls back down. So now it's time to inspect. So we need to get out a magnifying glass. First point of interest is the bookshelf at the bottom.
Strange, this pile of sawdust. That's what I thought. The break is too clean to be due to wear. Someone sawed this shelf. Philibert's death was therefore no accident. But who within these walls would have a reason to kill him?
Yeah, that's one. We knew there was a blood mark down here, as you can see with the cogs.
He didn't lose enough blood to die from that. He must have passed away due to an internal injury.
And if it landed on its head, it'd be cranial hemorrhaging, wouldn't it? And then another one was on the shelf, the desk. Yeah.
Well before the Romans occupied France, the Celts, a pagan people from the north, claimed to be able to predict the future. It is said they built many underground temples, where they conducted dark ceremonies. So, Philibert was interested in the Celts and
weird.
their temples.
It didn't
It's
finish the rest of the
surprising that he'd
sentence.
spend time on this sort of thing, when the scribe said he had so much to do since his arrival.
It like skipped the
Well
dialogue.
before the Romans occupied France, it is said they built many
Sacrifice
underground
sometimes
temples
even humans.
where they conducted dark ceremonies. So,
Yeah, it doesn't
Philip
finish the rest of the sentence. Brilliant. That's that one. There's gonna be someone behind us. Oh, there's not. Look out for that. Game normally has a thing where they just likes to put people behind you. Let's see what's in here. It's a crumpled piece of a map. Ooh, very mappy. Okay. May as well light that up. Oh, of course you can't merge items in this game, can you? No. Of course you can't. I'm gonna probably need that, so let's put that up here. Yep. So what else we're missing? We've discovered everything around here. Let's have a look over here.
it's locked. Perhaps it contains some of the librarian's things.
I don't think there's anything else to do now. Have a look. Yeah, there's 3 marks. Turn. Oh, you know what? I didn't click on the books on the floor, did I? I don't think she's been that bloody picky, but maybe she was.
These books are magnificent. Luckily, they weren't damaged in the fall. Given the fall they've suffered, they ought to be in pitiful shape.
Have you found anything interesting?
Oh, did someone behind me?
𝘱𝘦𝘴. I should have suspected you'd not be far away. I'm delighted to see you again in Ceylon.
I as well, young César. You've changed a great deal since our last meeting, and you must have made great strides, too, for your father to send you in his place, unless he's really in very poor health.
You can go visit him if you're worried about him. He'll be delighted to show you he's not yet an invalid. But to get back to this case, I've actually discovered that the librarian's death wasn't accidental. In any case, the shelf didn't fall on its own. It was sawed through.
Barely arrived and you already suspect a murder. You don't waste any time.
I'm merely observing. I'll draw my conclusions later. I haven't even examined the poor man's body yet.
It's in the chapel. I won't go with you. I've just come from there. And besides a head injury that must have caused his death, Philibert doesn't have much to show us anymore.
I'll make sure of that myself.
Well then, see you later, César. If you need help, I'll be in my office. Being the son of a talented man has never helped anyone prove intelligent.
I'll remember that.
I was joking, you know that. Oh, say hello to your charming sister when you get the chance. If she hadn't been a woman, I'm sure your father would have sent her instead of you.